Investing funds in stocks, bonds, and other marketplace securities is a very common method of putting your money to use, hopefully to bring increased returns. There is, however, no guarantee that the invested funds will remain the same or even increase. There will always be some kind of risk associated with your investment. Some of this risk can be reduced by diversifying your investments. Like that old saying goes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But some risk cannot be entirely eliminated no matter how diversified your investments are. The component of risk that can't be eliminated is known as systematic risk and represents the risk which cannot be forecasted, predicted, or controlled. A great example of a non-forecasted, unpredicted, and uncontrolled event leading to systematic risk is a recession, which is a period of time of slowed down economic activity. The relatively recent economic woes of 2008 highlighted how investments and risk can be impacted at a macro level. Portfolio values plummeted during this recession, literally overnight, and there was little that the investor could do to escape the effects. It had a macro or large-scale impact domestically and globally. Wars and natural disasters are other examples of systematic risk. These are large-scale events that impact all areas of the investment arena, cannot be controlled, and cannot necessarily be predicted with 100% accuracy. Thus, these macro-level or large-scale events lead to systematic risk for the investor. Systematic risks are macro-level risks that are external to an organization or individual. They cannot be controlled by the individual or organizations themselves, and the event leading to the risk impacts a large portion of the market. In general, systematic risk can be separated into three distinct types, all of which impact the return an investor will see on their investment. Interest rate risk. This risk is associated with increases and decreases in the interest rate. For example, if you purchased stock in a particular company at $50 per share and their price falls to $35 per share, the value of your investment has not only decreased, but the interest or dividend you are likely to earn has also likely decreased. Maybe the returns from the investment can no longer be reinvested at the same rate of return. The risk is that your return on investment will be reduced due to uncontrollable market conditions. Market risk. This type of systematic risk is associated with constant fluctuations in the market, such as the increase or decrease in trading prices of shares or other securities. It could include examples such as foreign exchange currency transactions, where a foreign currency has devalued, a drop in value in industry-specific stocks rather than a drop in value across the board. For example, after an oil spill, the value of stocks in oil may drop, or simply swapping risk around between different markets, like selling one stock to purchase another in a different industry. It's possible the new investment will not produce the same returns. Inflationary risk. Inflationary risk can produce a situation where there is an excess of demand over supply for goods. Basically, there is more demand for production than the market can supply. This leads to price increases in the marketplace for goods, and hence a reduced purchasing power for the consumer of those goods. Systematic risk is a large-scale or macro risk that is not controllable at the investor level. Specifically, it's the risk which cannot be forecasted, predicted, or controlled. It's an investment risk that all investors share, and one which can't be eliminated by traditional methods of diversification. A great example of systematic risk is a recession, which is a period of time of slowed down economic activity. Systematic risk can be categorized into three main categories: interest rate risk, which is associated with increases and decreases in the interest rate; market risk, which is associated with constant fluctuations in the market; and inflationary risk, which is where there is an excess of demand over supply for goods.